guys, welcome to my channel Cut the Calorie. As always, this is a place where we'll be talking about nutrition, fitness, overall wellness, and we'll dive a lot into mental aspects as well. As always, I'm your host Janki Karnik. I'm a professional chef and I'm also a nutrition coach. So today's topic, we are going to be busting some myths and let's see how many of you got it right. So I had asked a few questions and few myths on my Instagram page. If you haven't followed me already, what are you doing? I have put the handle in the description. Go follow me there. So let's see how many of y'all got it right. All right. So the first one I had put up as fresh fruit versus frozen. So 75% of y'all went for fresh fruit is obviously healthier versus only 25% said frozen fruits for the win. So the right answer is, I think we are leaning more towards frozen fruits and vegetables. Yeah, it can be a little bit of a shocker, but let me explain why. So what happens is frozen produce or frozen fruits and vegetables are picked and then frozen immediately. So they are picked in their peak ripeness when they are the most nutritional dense. So this basically locks in the nutritional content. So the vitamins, minerals, all the antioxidants are basically locked in, and this is why you get the maximum benefits. Versus fresh fruits and produce, because these are usually picked and then they have long transit and transportational times when it's picked and then they're transported to farmers or markets where they sometimes sit on the shelves for days. So this can significantly reduce their nutritional content, which is why sometimes I would opt for frozen versus fresh. Now, do keep in mind that obviously not all frozen fruits and vegetables are available in their season. So, whatever is available in the season, and it's if you can get it organically or straight from the farmer's market, where it's there's not much time difference between when it's picked and from when you buy it, that is optimum. But I would slightly lean towards frozen fruits and veg versus fresh because these are cost effective usually and they are packed with nutrients. So the second one which I had put up was more sweat equals more burn. So 58% of y'all said not at all and 42% of y'all said no pain, no gain. I'm guessing those are the hardcore gym goers out there. So let's break this down. So the correct answer or the myth would be more sweat does not equal more burn or no pain does not equal more gain. Let's break this down into two parts. So let's talk about the no pain, no gain mentality. Of course, I'm not telling you that you should not go intense in your workouts. You should go intense in your workouts. You should reach your maximum potential, where I know most of us, me included, work out for many sets till failure. And thus, this does cause a lot of pain sometimes the next day. But this is the common muscle soreness you feel. This is not in terms of injuries or any kind of discomfort. And you should always prioritize being safe and having the correct form while doing your workouts. So more pain does not necessarily mean more gain. You should not ideally always train till failure. And just in case you are not feeling the burn or if you're not feeling any soreness or some pain, does not mean that you didn't have a good enough workout. So just give it a rest. Sometimes you can have an amazing workout but still not feel some soreness. So more pain does not equal more gain. Just keep that in mind. Speaking of the more sweat equals more burn, that's completely wrong because this is completely up to your genetics, what clothes you're wearing. It's all individually based. So for men, for example, they tend to sweat more than women because they have more sweat glands density as compared to women, and they also have a higher level of testosterone. Another thing which depends on how much you sweat is, of course, your metabolic rate. So, example, individuals who have a higher metabolic rate or are more physically fit tend to sweat more efficiently because their body produces heat more efficiently to cool the body down through sweat. So the third one, I had asked, muscle turns to fat when you stop working out. Okay, I'm so glad that most of you got this right. So 33% said, yeah, I'm going to address this to those 33%. But most of you got it right. 67% said nope. So now let's understand muscle fibers and fat fibers or fat tissue is completely different. So muscle does not turn into fat when you stop working out or if you stop exercising. So muscle fibers basically contract and relax to help you with movement, and they also support your metabolic functions. And fat tissues, on the other hand, are just needed for insulation and they store adipose tissue, and they're also needed for hormonal balance. So when you stop working out, for example, your muscles atrophy, which means they decrease in size because they're not needed as much as when you were working out. So the changes in your body, or you feel like you have gained fat, can happen because, say, you were already consuming 1500 calories and working out, and then you suddenly stop working out and are still consuming those 1500 calories. Those are not going to be consumed and not burned in terms of calories, and you're just going to be putting it on in terms of fat. This is why sometimes we feel that we put on extra fat when we stop working out, but that does not mean your muscle has turned into fat. Okay, so the fourth one, I was very surprised by this because most of y'all got it wrong. So it was, does muscle weigh more than fat? 76% of y'all said true. Only 24% of y'all said false. So, of course, muscle and fat weighs the same. 1 kg of muscle equals 1 kg of fat. Now, where the difference comes is in the density, because muscle fibers are much more dense than fat fibers or fat tissues, and muscle can occupy much lesser space as compared to fat. So, this is a good example while explaining body recomposition, because since muscle occupies lesser space, people notice a lot of inch loss and their weight could be stable. So, your muscle occupies lesser space and you could be the same in terms of your weight because you could be putting on more muscle mass and losing fat at the same time. Alright, so the last one. This was a little bit of a tricky one and most of y'all unfortunately got it wrong. Let's discuss why. So the question was, boost your metabolism. So 94% of y'all thought by eating smaller meals and certain foods, this can increase your metabolism. But that is not the case, however. Let me explain why. So a lot of people believe that having small and frequent meals throughout the day can increase your metabolism significantly. But unfortunately, this is not true because this is bare minimal, or it does not really affect your overall metabolism. So it is true that your body requires calories and energy to digest food, and some foods require more energy to digest than other foods. So this thing is called thermic effect of food. But unfortunately, it only equates to 10% of your total daily energy expenditure. So for example, let's take that we are taking an average of 10% of TEF, which is your thermic effect of food. Now let's say you're having 6 meals of 500 calorie each versus 3 meals of 1000 calorie each. At the end of the day, in both these cases, you're still going to be burning 300 calories. So at the end of the day, all these small things don't really matter. So focus on bigger things which can adjust your metabolism or boost your metabolism. I have made an entire video on that on my Instagram channel, so do go and check that out. Alright, so that's all for today. I hope I shared some value to you, big or small. Hope I busted some myths which you have been believing for a long time. And as always, if you had fun with me on this little chat session and if you liked watching this video, please do like, share, subscribe, follow, and you know what to do. So thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.